Hello everyone, it's James, here with the Sawyer Family Reviews channel. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, 2020, and this is your weekly comic book pickups video. Every week I pick out comic books for my daughter, my sons, me, and I get them at Queen City Comics in Fairfield, Ohio, zip code 45014. If you're in that area and into comic books, go check out the comic shop, and while you're over there, check out the toy department. I love Queen City Comics, I love the toy department, I'm a part of both of them, and I'm happy to be there. Okay, let's jump in. There are no new comics in the stack this week. I gotta explain that to you right now. There's nothing new, because there was no Marvel issues, there was no regular issues, no True Believers, no nothing. There's not a lot of DC books we're interested in right now, so nothing DC, and there were no independents that caught my eye. So there was nothing new this week for comic books. Can I reach this? Can I reach behind me and grab something? Oh, there was one new thing. Oh, I'm going to break my arm doing it, but I did it. And that's this new John Wick Chapter 2 figure. I grabbed that. That was something new that came out this week. He's got his dog. We've got John Wick Chapter 1, the Diamond Select figure of that. And now we've got the John Wick Chapter 2 Diamond Select. So that was one new thing this week, but no new comic books. So it's all back issues. So if you're expecting new books, I'm sorry. There was a Dark Knight's Metal thing that had... Dark Knight's Death Metal that had a cool chromium cover, but I'm to the point now where I really shouldn't buy comics books based just on covers. Even though the 90s love was there for me for that chromium cover, I still didn't do it. So let's jump in. This Cinefex is for Blaze. He's been wanting to pick up a lot of these old Cinefex issues. I just chose one at random, and this one has The Abyss. And I think it's all The Abyss pretty much in this issue. And these are, in case you're not familiar with Cinefex, it goes through and tells how special effects of movies were made. And it's really in-depth. I've got one on Dick Tracy for him last week. I've got some on, I think I've got one on Masters of the Universe that was really good. We got a RoboCop one, I think. So you got a lot of these. I picked up one that was Superman Returns and X-Men 3 the other day, just because, I don't know, they're not the greatest films, but I do like their special effects in parts. So that's interesting to me. So it's The Abyss and then another movie, but I can't remember what it was. So that was for Blaze. And then we've got a couple for Gracie. I grabbed her two of these Adventures of the X-Men. This one's Vexed by the Vanisher. And these were 99-cent comics back in the day that were in the vein of the animated series. So I grabbed her two issues here. And these were by, I think Ralph Macchio used to write a lot of these. Yep, Ralph Macchio. And Derek Yeah, look at this. This is fun. It's got Mojo in it. It's got Storm. It's got the Hellfire Club, it looks like. Although they weren't called the Hellfire Club, they were called the Inner Circle. And then we've got this one, In the Shadow of the Man-Thing. That's cool, man. Man-Thing kind of crossing over with the animated universe X characters. Or like a take on the X-Men animated universe characters. Ralph Macchio again. Yancey Labatt doing the pencils on this one. I love X-Men. I just love X-Men. I wish it was, I wish this was more status quo for the books these days. I did enjoy House of X, Powers of X, but I'm not really digging the whole current status quo after that. I like House of X, Powers of X better as a Elseworlds type of tale or what-if story. And not really the current status quo. I'm still going on Age of Apocalypse for Keaton. So we've done Weapon X. We got all those issues. So I'm going after Gambit and the Externals for him next. So I got him the first two issues of that. And this book took the place of X-Force, I want to say. Was it X-Force? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think this took over for X-Force. It might have been X-Factor. No, because that was Factor X, right? Right? Am I right? I think I'm right. I think this took over for X-Force. And this looks like maybe Tony Daniel did the art. That's just a guess from the cover, but let's find out. This looks like, yeah, it's Jubilee there. This reminds me of that Jubilee's Fairy Tale Theater episode from the X-Men animated series. And yep, there it is. Fabian Nicieza and Tony Daniel. God, the Age of Apocalypse was so much fun. It was so just like knock your socks off fun. Like, maybe the issues and the stories weren't the best in the world, but the whole storyline of just like, hey, let's cancel all the books and do brand new books for a while, and they take place in this universe. It's just, that was fun, man. That was really fun. I hope that he gets made in Marvel Legends. I hope we get Gambit next turn, Gambit from Age of Apocalypse in the next Age of Apocalypse wave. All right. So that's for Keaton, and then the rest of the books are for me. I've told you guys a few times now, I'm trying to get every mutant book I can, from Giant Size X-Men up through Age of Apocalypse. That's my cutoff point, is Age of Apocalypse. Is there a chance that once I finish that off, I might go a little further, maybe take it to Onslaught? I might, who knows. But for now, that's my goal. And this pretty much gets me really close to my goal. This stack of cables. I think the only things I'll still need is maybe that Thor issue, the second Thor issue that was the crossover with the Mutant Massacre, and the Daredevil issue that was a crossover with the Mutant Massacre. And I think that might be it. I might have everything, or at least everything that I could think of when I tried to make a list of everything that was within those years. I think I'm good now. So now it's either go backwards and get X-Men issues from like issue 93 down, which that could get pretty expensive, or go further and go past Age of Apocalypse and Onslaught. I gotta say though, I didn't really enjoy books that much after Age of Apocalypse. I thought the Onslaught idea was good, but maybe the books themselves weren't good. I'm really rambling on this episode, so sorry if I'm boring you guys. But what do you guys think? Anybody that's willing to throw a comment down below, should I go down and get X-Men 93 and below? Which, that'll be a lifetime journey because X-Men issue 1 is crazy expensive. That'll be a win the lottery type of scenario. Or do I do after? And the problem with after is that there's so many other books that get thrown in there and these like little mini series and reboots and changes in titles that might get to be too much for me. That might get a little annoying for me. The thing I like about up through Age of Apocalypse is that all the series were pretty much just those series. So there was like X-Force and it hadn't become X-Force something else. Cable was just Cable. X-Men was just X-Men. We weren't getting into like new X-Men and this and that. That's where it gets kind of annoying for me. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. So I got Cable number 7, Fathers and Sons, part 2. And then we've got, Omega Red. Cable issue 9, Killing Field featuring the villain of Omega Red. And then we've got issue 10, Dangerous Liaisons. Looks like some Acolytes action in that one. Then we've got Colossus One Shall Fall. That's issue 11, back when Colossus was an Acolyte. And we've got Senyaka, or Senyaka, however you say his name. Fear and Loathing featuring Senyaka. How do you say it? Give me a phonetic pronunciation down in the comments. Look at this weird logo. Cable 13. Steve Scroach, is that who's doing that? Yeah, Steve Scroach. And then we've got Cable 14. Behold the Son of the Goblin Queen. Then we've got Cable 15, Ceremonies of Light. And last but not least, Cable 17, The Dark Ride. Which I guess has Dark Riders in it. And that is it this week, guys. Whole lot of back issues, whole lot of mutant stuff. What did you pick up? If you're picking up anything new, what are you grabbing? You pick up some back issues. What should I do? Give me some advice. And yeah, I guess that's about it. If you enjoy the videos, like, subscribe, notify. If you want to leave a comment, I like comments, so leave one down below so I can know you guys are watching. And I'll see you guys next week. Take it easy.